Okay, affiliates. Technique of the month, kind of several techniques. We have really revamped the knife. We just hate anything that grabs the wrist, and you know, why would we teach it that way? Well, those were the best we saw. That's how I learned them. As we evolve, you know, especially anytime we put a realistic attack, a sewing machine needle type of attack, and then when we do the KY drill, slather something that mimics blood all over your arm, those are just falling apart. They've always worried us. We are wrapping. We know we have changed the straight stab, where it used to block, we bust in, we grab the wrist. Again, a realistic attack and add something slippery, that just falls to crap. Okay, now, we are going to maybe block that first one the same way, because you know we preach a lot about we cannot have a different block for a punch than we do for a knife. Bam, something's coming to the lower, that's what we're doing. Okay, so we're still maybe having to start out that way if it's a surprise, but my goal is to chop down on it, wrap it, boom. Now we're attached. We're throwing our knees, we're throwing front kicks, we're beating, we can push off of that one. We don't have a good takeaway because we're wrapped underneath that. That's really not important. We need to control the arms. All these we've changed, pretty much hug an arm. We are really sucked up into the armpit. We can certainly hug it with both. We can hug it with one and push off like we're used to doing with the ear hole. The other ones that we've changed recently, overhead. When it's coming overhead, it was always here, push back and grab that wrist. Again, a realistic attack with something slippery on the arm, that's hard to do. We have truly changed this to bam, and just rush forward and hug that arm. Hug that arm. We got one thought with whatever it is now. So this defense now is block a punch, go and hug the arm, start destroy. We went as far as changed about everything we do. Shank. If it's from behind, whether I turn this way or this way, all I'm thinking about is getting one arm on top and one arm below that shoulder. If it's from the front, shanking, I don't have to change anything. Get in there and grab that shoulder. Okay, the shanking in its definition means I'm taking a few stabs before it happened. Taking a stab shouldn't really change the defense. Okay, so again, boom, I'm going to turn, get on this arm, and then destroy. If I have to turn the other way, get on this arm and destroy. Drop it for me if you would, sir. Granted, we have actually changed the slash. It makes sense if it's coming in and you catch it that way. It's just our same defense as any other thing coming from these angles. Block, punch, wrap up, go right ahead.
We can do our pass-through as well. But again, we're coming into the underhook. Underhook needs to be nice and tight. Shoot all of our combatives in big.
You can show that pass-through.
The pass-through, so this way. I'm going to make a big hole, one, and I'm going to drive the head through it and walk in that direction. So that I'm down. Whatever attacks that I want, I can attack the wrist, pull the knife out, stomps, or whatever else is there. Or backslash. Both hands go up, I'm coming right into it. This hand is going to come inside, right back to the underhook. And again, nice and tight on the shoulder with all of our combatives. So as it passes through, it's easy. We're right at the underhook. If it passes, we're back. We're right at the exact same underhook, staying in nice and tight.
Again, revamped it all. We want to wrap the arm, and we want to wrap high up on the arm. When you start practicing these, putting them under stress, realistic attacks, have sewing machine needle attacks, put KY all over, and have them not just go limp when you start wrapping, but they're pulling. So if I don't have his shoulder wrapped, if I'm wrapped out here, he's like to pull that dude right out of there. Hence, we're really staying tight on the shoulder and then just throw our knees and our front kicks the way we do. So basically the big changes lately, overhand, we're now wrapping the shoulder. Shank, there's nothing to do but find it and make it like any other defense, wrap the shoulder. And we just saw that little pass through if we're catching the back end of that slash. So practice hard. It's kind of nice, they're all about the same thing, they work together.